Hello.
Hi, this is Art and Patty doing our good, bad, and ugly video. Better late than never. We are in the middle of the ugly. We became unemployed, and Art is actually working on finding work. Well, actually right now he's hired with 2 companies.
And an interview on the 3rd.
And an interview on a 3rd, so now he's only going to keep one of them, but he's in between. It's too hard to explain. Anyway, he'll be keeping one of them for sure, but they're kind of crossing over with interviews and training and that. So the ugly, that's part of the ugly.
And the ugly behind us.
There's the ugly behind us that the good, part of the good is that we're in contract, but the ugly is that we have to be in contract. And the landscaper that we're using, actually my brother hired for us, gave us a trailer here, and Art's been loading up what we don't need.
Junk.
All the junk that we've collected.
Other people's treasure. Not really.
So,
and then
we'd gotten rid of all the animals. No choice on that, and yeah, it was hard. Did a lot of crying. Still do now and then about them. Well, actually, we have 3 lion heads in our shed, and we have, I hope you can see this. Can they see this, Art? Why don't you go over and see if they can see this? The pens.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got those pens over there. Rabbit pens. We're going to be taking 3 lion heads with us, and we're keeping 3 other long ones. We're keeping 3 long ones because we are planning to start over on a much smaller scale. I think one of the things that I've done is I've been watching all these videos with all you guys, so many of you out there, and you all have younger kids. And we were trying to do the same thing with only us around, and it doesn't work. So we are going to get down to a much lower scale wherever we go. We don't know where we're going to end up yet. We're looking at houses to rent. We're looking at apartments that we might have to take to start out. We don't know. We'll see. But we're hoping to be able to keep all this stuff somehow until we get to a place where we can have them, and hopefully that'll be the next place. So that is the ugly. We are being forced to move from our 2-acre place, and actually it would have happened anyway because Art doesn't have any retirement. We haven't been wealthy in our life, and we've had to use all our retirement to keep ourselves going. So it really would have come down to this no matter what. Let's see, get off the bad and get on to the good.
the good is that we put our house on the market last Thursday.
Was it last Thursday?
I think so.
Only last Thursday?
Only last Thursday. Somebody saw it Friday morning, and they gave us a contract on Saturday. First offer, a very good offer we got.
Now that was an answer to prayer. We have been praying a lot through this whole process. Because I tell you, sometimes the dreams get ahead of us, and we need to stay where the Lord wants us to be in the process of life. And I think we've allowed the excitement, and we've allowed ourselves to get ahead of the Lord, and we're learning a hard lesson in that too.
Yep. So that's the good, that first person came by, gave us a good offer, and will close October 15th.
Right.
With 15, he's giving us 15 days even after that. So we have about 6 weeks to finalize moving to a new place.
Right, but we're going to try to move as soon as possible. We're going to be starting to look for places ASAP, and we've got a whole list in there of places we're going to look. apartments and rentals, so house rentals. So we're praying for a house rental. Anyway, the good of homesteading. We have loved homesteading. We've just tried to do it on too expanded. We have rabbit. We had a bunch of rabbits, and we're down to 3 lion heads now. And we want to keep them because they're so small and they don't cost much to keep.
The rest of our rabbits are in the freezer.
No, they aren't, but that's okay. Some of them, a lot of them got sold, but there
That's true.
are a lot that are in the freezer. And let me see. I had to get rid of a bunch of chickens. And in time, we want to actually get some silkies because they'll help us to brood. We're going to start with quail. We love the animals. It was very difficult to sell them off. But we love them. We really want to get back into it. We haven't lost the dream. We just have to reduce it a lot so that only if something happens to one of us, because we don't expect something to happen, but we are senior citizens. So you have to plan for the future. And we want to have it so that one of us could take care of everything, if at all possible. Which means we need a much smaller house, along with a much smaller farm. We had goats, and we loved the goats. And we had ducks, and we liked the ducks more than the chickens, actually. We're not going to be able to get any more goats. We're not going to be able to get any more chickens.
We had some turkeys.
We had a few turkeys. That was our first experience with those, and that went well. We loved our muscovies. I hope if we get a place where we can rent a house, I really would like to get some muscovies in the future. We'll see. We just really enjoy what homesteaders do, and that's living off the land and taking care of the animals. We just have to do it on a much smaller scale. And let me see, what do we, good and the bad? Well, the bad that we had that was originally our ugly, but this has turned into our ugly, having to move. Our bad was all the attacks by the mink. Oh my gosh.
We had to start over 3 times because first time
we never got going. We never got off the ground.
Yeah, first time it got 60%, over 60% of our livestock. The second time around it got about 40. Third time it got a lot more.
For those who have mink or just in case you haven't had them and you will have them in the future, I pray that you don't. Oh my gosh, we had to learn from scratch how to deal with mink. And then we had to learn from scratch how to deal with rats. Oh my gosh. The way to deal with mink is that you have to get hardware cloth and put it everywhere. There has to be 1/4 inch.
Gap, 1/4 inch
1/4 inch gap in the wires. It can't be any more than that. They do crawl through more than that. We tried it. There was nobody out there to tell us what to do. I mean, I had to search online, and finally got indications that hardware cloth was the way to go and that 1/4 inch was the way to go. I mean, it took a lot of research. So you really have to cover up every hole that is more than 1/4 of an inch. And you had to fix the roof on one.
Oh yeah, I have. The way I designed the barn was the roof is clear corrugated, so we could have sunshine in there, cut down on electricity. Well, that darn mink grabbed a hold of the corner, got up on the roof, grabbed a hold of the corner, one of the corrugated paneling, and pulled it up and crawled down inside all the pens.
That was horrible. That was inside the barn.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. That was bad.
They can pull several times. They can lift several times their weight.
And then the rats can climb.
And they're both climbers.
Well, the minks only climb 4 feet. The rats can climb to the top of the barn. Oh, everything that we did for the mink was great, but when we got when we ended up with the rats, we had to do more for the rats. And thank God we had done a lot for the rink, or it would have taken us a long time for the rats. I mean, we every day we would wake up and we'd come out and we'd find something else dead, and we were trying to get ahead of it all on each attack. So we never got ourselves established because of those 3 attacks in the 3 years that we've been here. So that was the old bad. But you know, if you can take something and learn from it and make progress and teach it to somebody else, then it makes it a little bit worthwhile. Not really worthwhile, but it makes it so that you can use it for the good.
And the good is every animal of every breed has a unique personality.
Oh gosh, we
that
love
keeps,
that.
That keeps you very entertained.
And keep you very busy.
So that's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, so well, we're praying for the next place to stay, and we're not sure where our final resting ground is going to be as far as living. We just have to, we're taking it a step at a time here, keeping it in a lot of prayer, and we've learned a lot.
You want to take a walk as we talk and just show the back part of the property?
Not really,
Okay.
because that's hard to do.
Okay.
I mean, that's nice, but that's hard to do. Anyway, so we enjoy homesteading, and we look forward to starting over at a much smaller scale somewhere, wherever we go, and we will be keeping, we're going to get back to the videos now that my emotions are more under control. It was a long month, I tell you, learning, getting to deal with all this stuff emotionally. It's been rough. So we're going to keep the videos. We're going to start doing more videos and try to keep them coming more often, and on the process of what we're doing. So I'd like to get to know you. If you aren't a member, if you aren't part of our YouTube, if we're not on our list, then please click to subscribe and click the bell so that you can get notifications and keep up with us and get to know us, because we'd love to get to know everybody out there. And have a great weekend, and God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.